This is Angie B back again today. And today we're going to talk to a grief counselor about holidays and grief. My channel is to help Black women over 50 who have recently entered into widowhood or have entered into widowhood. I want us to form a community of like-minded people with the common bond of widowhood and work together to succeed in our new normal. My goal is to help at least one woman to learn and to live with our new normal, which is grief, and to hopefully find some happiness and some joy. I will share my personal 8 years of experience rediscovering myself and how I was able to manage grief to joy. So first, I'd like to say thank you so much for coming on with us tonight, Brie, and sharing your wisdom with us tonight. And I'm going to read her bio quickly, and then I'm just going to turn the table over to her and allow her to speak to us a little bit tonight about holiday and grief. Okay, so her name is Brianna Overton, but we call her Brie affectionately. And she's the Chief Clinical Officer of Experience Camp. It's a national nonprofit that provides no-fee, clinically informed programs for kids who have experienced death of a parent, sibling, or primary caregiver, as well as resources and advocacy so all grieving children can live a life rich with possibility. Brie received her MA in Theology from Hood College, her MED in Clinical Mental Health Counseling from University of Missouri St. Louis, and is a doctoral candidate in counseling at the University of Missouri St. Louis. She has spent 15 years in the field of theology, providing grief education, support, counseling, death education, suicide prevention and intervention, and consultation. So I'm going to say just how I met you. I met you in 2018 when Terry and I started a grief ministry at our church. And I reached out to you and asked, would you come and talk to our group? And we found that it was a really good fit. So you started to come out and hang out with us. I want to say about once a month, I believe it was.
Yep.
And we really enjoyed the experience. So I thought because of that, I thought this would be a really good time for you to talk to us about holidays and grief. So I'll turn it over to you.
Great. Thank you so much for welcoming me here. I really appreciate the invite. And I'm just incredibly thankful to be here with you and with your guest this evening. We met 4 years ago, 5 years ago. It's been a while.
Yeah, I think it was the end of 2017, beginning of 2018, I think.
Yeah. And I know that we've had conversations about the holidays and grief,
yes.
And what that grief brings up for us as the holidays approach, but even more so as we're going and living through the holidays. And so I'll just share a little bit with you, and please feel free to ask me any questions along the way.
Okay.
And I'll be more than happy to answer any questions at the end. But I feel like this has been just a unique year for us as we are, coming out of this 2-year-long, almost 3-year-long pandemic. So there's been a lot of change, a lot of transitions for everyone. Our schedules have changed, our social life has changed, our family, like everything has changed, and we've really learned how to do things quite differently. And so this might be the first holiday season that we are feeling comfortable with the environment around us and outside to really like venture out and, go back to church and do the holiday things that are coming up at church and going back into our communities and doing things there and really being around our families and doing things there as well with the people that we care about. And we also might be having some complicated feelings when it comes to the holidays. So we all know that grief is a lifelong journey, and it's one that we'll revisit throughout our lifetime, at different milestones, when different things happen, as holidays approach, as birthdays come around. And you might be feeling the absence of your person or the people that have died. And your grief might even feel bigger because of what you're all going through. And I assure you that you're not alone. You have lots of people that are here with you. You have Miss Angela that is here with you and supporting you and sharing her wisdom and sharing her knowledge and sharing her story with you. And I just want to reiterate some points that I'm sure you probably have heard before. But I just want you to know that it's okay to allow yourself to feel whatever it is that you're feeling. So when you think about the holidays, know that it's okay to celebrate, to change how you celebrate those holidays. So we might think, this is tradition. This is tradition. We've always done it like this. Every single year we've done it like this. And for some reason, it just doesn't feel right this year. Or maybe it hasn't felt right in the past, but we keep trudging through and we keep doing it. Allow yourself to change how you celebrate the holiday, right? So, sometimes people say, well, what does that look like? So maybe sometimes, or maybe every year you've cooked, or every year you invite people over. Maybe this year you don't cook and you don't invite people over, and you take some of those invitations and you say, maybe I'll go here, maybe I'll go there, and maybe I'll just sit at home and watch movies. But change the way that you celebrate the holidays. But you have to allow yourself, you have to give yourself permission to do that and tell yourself that it's okay. Like, holidays can look different. And I know people that also travel. They say, I'm not going to stay home. I'm going to go travel. I'm going to go out. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to go see the world. Another thing is, tell people how you're really feeling when they ask. So I feel like people say, how are you? How are you? All the time. And we say, oh, okay. And we go on about our business. But are we really feeling okay? Probably not. Probably not. And I'm sure that you know who you can really answer, like give a true answer, a truthful answer to. Like, there are people in your life that I can tell them that I'm not feeling okay. I can say this to them and they're going to get it. And there are some people that we're just passing by, right? And maybe it's not the right time for you to tell them how you're really feeling. But I want you to allow yourself permission to tell people how you are really doing when they ask. I want you to talk about your person during conversations, even if it makes other people feel comfortable. So you think about the different conversations that come up, or different conversations that don't come up when you're present, because people are not sure what to say. They're not sure, can I say their name? Can I talk about him? Can I ask her how she's doing? Because I'm not sure how she's going to respond, or what that response is going to look like. So I encourage you to keep your spouse's name alive. Keep his memory alive. Talk about him. Make it comfortable. It's comfortable for you. This is someone that you've spent many years with, someone that you love, you care about deeply. And just because they're no longer physically here with us doesn't mean that they're not spiritually with us, doesn't mean that we're not still connected to them. So allow yourself permission to say their name, to talk about them in conversations, to share memories that you have about them and with them. And like I said, even if it's uncomfortable for others, that's okay. Like, do what feels good to you. Do what is right for you. Spend time with people who help you feel better, even if they're not family. And sometimes it's not always family that helps us feel better, or that gets it, or that understands. So give yourself permission to spend time with people that help you feel better. Here's a big one. Forget about everything you should be doing and just be. The holidays bring up so many things. I need to get the turkey. I need to get this. I should be doing this. Oh my gosh, I said I was going to do this last night and now it's the next morning and I haven't even started. So allow yourself to just be, instead of living in the world of shoulds and coulds and woulds. Allow yourself to just be present in the moment, which I feel like is a really big one.
That's a real big one.
Yeah, allow yourself to have fun.
We do things that maybe we think other people want us to do, and we kind of put our feelings to the side.
Yeah, which happens a lot, right? Because usually if you're a widower, you have been in the position of taking care of someone, right? So it may be that you were mom, you are mom, you were wife, you were caretaker of the home, making sure the kids get here and there. And even as adults, you still have those different responsibilities to your children. And sometimes it's really hard. It's really, really hard to just be, right? To just be. So allow yourself permission. We're always in that caretaker role and position, and sometimes we are the ones that need the support. Sometimes we are the ones that need to be taken care of. And there are people, your kiddos want to take care of you. They want to be around you. They want to spend time with you. They may not do it exactly the way we want them to or how we think that it should be done, but they're trying. So allow other people to take care of some of those other things and even take care of you sometimes.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good one.
Allow yourself to have fun without feeling guilty. I think sometimes we think, I shouldn't be doing this, right? Living in the world of should. I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be having fun. I shouldn't be smiling. I should be sad. My husband isn't here over the holidays. My person isn't here, and I shouldn't be happy. But allow yourself to feel happy. Allow yourself to feel joy. Allow yourself again to be present and to feel whatever it is that's coming towards you. But if it is the feelings of guilt, allow yourself to process through that and work through it. Like, what is underneath that guilt? What is it that's really happening? Is it that my kids didn't come home for the holidays and I'm having fun? Ooh, I'm feeling a little guilty because of that. What's underneath that guilt? Allow yourself to really explore what that is and to figure out how to process through that so that you can get to this point of being present and enjoying the time around the holidays. If you do decide to go somewhere, leave early if it gets too hard. Doesn't matter if it's been 2 months, 6 months, a year, 10 years, 8 years, 12 years, 25 years. Yeah. Allow yourself the space to leave if it gets too hard, because sometimes it does become too hard. Sometimes you're flooded with memories, you're flooded with lots of things from the past, and being flooded with things from the past and trying to be present in the moment just is conflicting sometimes. Yeah. So allow yourself permission to leave early, and don't feel like you have to explain to anyone why you're leaving. You don't have to tell anyone that like it's too hard. There's a lot of things going on that I can't explain right now. You can simply say, I had a great time and now it's time for me to go home. You don't have to say anything at all. You can grab your keys in your purse and head to your car. This is one of my favorite ones that I like to talk about, is canceling at the last minute if you can't bear to go. So sometimes we do make plans, and sometimes we say, on Thursday night, I'm going to do this. I'm going to hang out with my friends. And Thursday night comes around, you don't feel like it. And I know sometimes as women, we force ourselves to go, right? I made this commitment, have to be true to my friends. They're expecting me to come. They want me to be there. Yeah. And every reason that we're giving ourselves to go is all about everyone else. It's not about us. Because if it was about us, we would just honor that feeling. I don't feel like going tonight. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I don't want to have the conversations. I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about that. I really just want to be at home. So really listen to yourself. And if you're not feeling like going, don't make yourself do it. And it's okay. Like, it's okay to not go and to cancel that commitment.
Big one. Yeah, that's a really big one. That's really big.
Huge. Yeah. Yeah. I'll share one more. Yeah. I'll share one more.
Okay.
Allow yourself to do it all differently next year. So this year you might decide, this is how I'm going to celebrate this holiday. And you might say, that was fun. That was fine. But next year I'm going to do it a different way. And that's okay too, right? Allow yourself the permission to do whatever it is that you want to do, however it is you want to celebrate the holidays. Honor your husband, honor your spouse, do the things that you want to do the things that are going to make you feel happy, do the things that make you happy about the holidays that are coming up. Because the holidays are tough, and a lot of times we feel mixed emotions and lots of feelings, And just know that it's okay. Know that it's okay to feel. It's okay to express how you feel. And it's okay to lean on your support system. Know who those people are and be okay with asking for support. And remember that it works. Remember what works for you. Happy holidays to each of you and all of your families. And remember to allow yourself some grace through the holidays and into the new year.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Brie. The only thing I can think of that I would want to, because you hit on a lot of really, really important points, I think. The only thing I think that I would even want to ask at this point is, do you have any suggestions if we're just really feeling sad, or maybe just kind of gone down that what do you say, funnel of our fog, and that's what I call it, the fog, when you're just really thinking about your person. Do you have any suggestions of what else we could possibly do to maybe kind of get us out of that place and maybe into more of a positive place?
Yeah. So I say one of the things is when you are feeling like when you're in that funnel or you are feeling just, oh, I can't move out of this. I'm in this fog and I'm not sure how to get out of it or how to move away from it.
Yeah.
I always talk about really allowing yourself to just sit in it, sit with what it is that is coming up for you. Try to identify what the feelings are. So we're saying we're in a fog. What does the fog feel like? What are you feeling? And really start connecting your thoughts with feelings. And once you know what that feeling is, you can start working through and processing through that feeling. And think about things that you do outside of being in that fog. What are some things that help you? What are things that help support you? And I think, we talked about this earlier, of like, it's more than just taking a hot bath. It's more than taking a quick walk. It's more than those things, right? Like that's going to maybe help me for 25 minutes and then I'm back in it.
Right.
And so when you allow yourself to really process through that feeling, whatever that feeling is that's coming up for you. So if I'm feeling angry because it's another holiday that's approaching, there are more holidays that I'm going to be working through or going through, and he's not here, my person is not here. I'm angry, right? I'm angry that he's not here. So we process through that anger. What helps us when we're angry? Sometimes, people do like a guided meditation or doing some breathing techniques or some relaxation. A lot of times I do grounding techniques with people. And so a quick one is to, think about our five senses. If you're sitting in a chair, ground yourself, make sure that your feet are placed flat on the floor, make sure that your arms are either on your legs or on the arms of the chair. Take a couple of deep breaths in and out, and you're going to start at 5 and go down to 1. So I want you to think about 5 things that you can see. And so you open your eyes and you look around and you say, I see my computer. I see the floor. 5 things, right? What are 4 things that you can smell? What are 3 things that you can touch? 2 things that you, I just lost my senses. Usually I say 1 thing that you can taste. Oh, 2 things that you can hear. Sorry, that's the other one. I was like, what am I missing? So as you're going from 5 down to 1, so at 5, you open your eyes, you say those 5 things, close your eyes, take 2 deep breaths. 4, do those things, take a couple of deep breaths, close your eyes again. And so you're allowing yourself to just be grounded. And what you're doing is bringing yourself back to the present, right? So when you get down to 1, you take your deep breaths, you open your eyes and you're, okay, I'm okay. I'm in my living room or wherever it is that you are. And you're allowing yourself to just come back to the present. You're allowing yourself to be grounded. You're allowing your body to slowly calm down. So that's something you can do. You take a couple of deep breaths in and out. Sometimes people count to 10 or count from 10 down to 1. That's helpful. Taking the bath, taking a jog, taking your dog out on a walk. All of those things are helpful. They really are. And sometimes, you have to do a couple of those things to get your mind right. And maybe it's calling your kids or talking to your grandkids or having a play date with them, doing something physical. Sometimes it's, I always talk about breathing. Doing the deep breathing doesn't really work for me because I'm a physical person. So I need to go run or jog or kickbox or whatever it is, play basketball, whatever, whatever that may be.
Yeah.
I also like to paint and I like to read. And so think about those things that really help you in other areas of life. So if I'm at work and I'm having a tough time, what do I do to help ground myself or to help myself come back to the present and try to pull on some of those things to help you in that moment?
Awesome. That's awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Brie. I really
You're
appreciate your time
welcome.
and I appreciate you coming to talk to us today. And if this is anything that you think that you would like, I would like to invite you to click, click share, comment, and also subscribe and turn that notification bell on. And if this is something, the type of conversation that you would like to hear that would help you and assist you in your journey, in your grief journey to move forward. And we're hoping that our community would then be able to master, if that's a word, master grief, because learn how to manage it, to live with it, because it is something that we have to live with on a lifelong journey. So if you can also comment at the bottom of this video, any things that maybe you tried to do to center yourself, calm yourself, and maybe those things could also help another lady that's also watching today. So again, I want to thank you all for coming tonight, and I want to say good night. And thank you so much again, Brie. I really appreciate you
Thank
coming to
you.
talk to us tonight. Okay, thank you so much. Bye. God bless.